Hey everybody, Michael Phoenix here, and we are at the beautiful Bethlehem Rose Gardens on a gorgeous August summer day here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I've had the pleasure of meeting these two young ladies and two young talented artists at Baum School of Art, I believe it was, during Third Thursday
Yes.
last in July.
Yes.
And since everybody who I interview always does a much better job of introducing themselves than I ever will, ladies.
Hi, I'm Lisa Macdonald. I'm an abstract artist. I started painting since I was 6 years old, and I'm still doing it, so it's very fun.
My name is Crystal Hunter Jones. I've been doing art for about since middle school, but I think I've grown into doing more digital media art,
Okay.
graphic design.
Now we're going to do something totally different from the style I do interviews, but I'm going to hold off on that. I'd like to keep surprising people. Okay, I'll let you ladies choose whoever goes first with the first few questions. First question, which I'm sure you will get asked a lot in the future, is how did each of you ladies, was it like a natural talent that you had, or was it something that you figure, okay, I'll give it I'll give it a shot as far as being artists, I'll give it a shot and see how it goes, or was it something kind of like a natural talent that you just, started drawing one day and said, oh wow, I can do this. So whoever wants to go first.
Okay, I'll go first. It actually come out natural to me because I had been dealing with a lot of struggles in school. Since I started school, I was in kindergarten and I spoke two languages. I spoke Spanish and English. My mom was, she's Dominican, and my dad is, he speaks English, and was from Philadelphia. So my language was it wasn't good. So I wasn't really good in school, and I didn't do well with math, writing, reading, and stuff. And people made fun of me because I couldn't speak right. So then that's where it brought me to do art. I express my feelings through art, and I feel like art doesn't have a limit. I feel like I could just do whatever, and there's no judgment or anything. So it just really came natural, and I really loved it, and still continuing to do it. So
For me, art was kind of just like a hobby. I got started when I was really, really young, and I brought this painting home. And my family, they thought the world of it, and they were just like, oh, look at what she did. She's drawing mountains and stuff like that. But of course, it was a 5-year-old painting, so it wasn't that good, but they were just proud. But ever since then, I found that, oh yeah, I like mending stuff. I like creating things, whether it was traditional computer or just even working with wood and woodworking. I always found oh yeah, I like making my own stuff. Eventually I got into real life drawing. Wasn't really good at it, but I still kept going. Found out that I was more of a cartoonist, and then just kept going and honing my skills.
Okay.
So I guess it's not really much of a natural talent. It was more just
kind of finding your
putting more on top of more on top of more
But you still had that natural, that natural inclination to at least try it, and still had, as far as drawing lines, etc. Even basic mountains, you still had that almost natural ability there, versus trying to force it though. Am I correct? From what you said about when you were 5, where you would draw naturally draw mountains, even though they may not have been that good. You may but there was still at least some form of even a slight natural ability there, though. Okay.
Yes, so.
Now, there's something that I actually like to ask this question a lot of artists, where some artists, even world famous ones, they will never take an art class. I have a tendency to jump around a lot, so maybe my brain works. And others go to school for years, work their way up from associate to bachelor's, master's, etc. in art to fine-tune and hone their talents. Obviously, there's not, it's up to your individual opinion as to which one's better than the other, which way's better than the other. It's up to the individual person. But which way do you ladies think, as far as for yourselves, which way do you believe works better? Just doing it on your own, or actually having some formal schooling, or a combination of both?
I feel like a combination of both is really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I find that even if you go to school, you're still just like honing your skills. But the people who have the natural talent that don't even go to school, their stuff is even better than most people that went to school for it, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I also think that, like same thing with you, that going to school and learning things on your own, and then going to school to learn more new techniques in art. Also, not just in art, but I also believe that it is important to learn like math and writing and stuff like that, because I feel like it's very important. If you want to become an artist, you need to learn how to manage your money, to manage like the financial, and if you want to kind of like promote yourself, promote your art, kind of like take a writing class to kind of make it more professional and like so.
Even with social media, you still have to.
Yeah, so you kind of catch people's eyes and attention. So it's not just like I've learned, especially when I'm in college, I learned that wow, I should have took writing class like serious or math class serious, because like since I want to become like an artist and kind of get myself known out there, I need to learn those techniques, and not just learning how to draw and just here, this is what I need. Like I want to be more known, I want to be more out in the world, and if you want to be known out in the world, you need to know like other stuff too, which is not a fun thing for me, especially math and writing isn't my but I think it's very important. So
Ultimately, the two mix together. Because not only do you have your street smarts, you have your book smarts.
yeah,
And now you're not, I feel like when you're out on your own and you're trying to make things and do things on your own without education, sometimes it's just based on luck. Sometimes you actually know what you're doing and you get there. But I also feel like if you don't know what you're doing, it takes a while. But if you're going to a place where they're teaching you like, hey, these are all the techniques that you need to actually get yourself out there and promote yourself. And you're just like, oh, all right. And I'm also adding on to my expertise. So I take that and then I go out with it, and then before you know it, like it all comes to you.
In other words, giving yourself, learning more than just the form of art that you're doing, to give yourself an edge over other people. And I've actually seen more and more, you hear art is a business, not just the art itself. Basically that's what you ladies just said, that you view it as also your creativity, but also as in today's world, you have to also, if you want to take it seriously, you also have to see it as a business. So
This is like broke.
yeah.
it's very
No comment on that one. But anyway, I'm actually going to ask one more question. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to get into the surprise, which I can see by the smiles you ladies will get have fun with this one. In today's world, you have, in fact, actually very legitimate division of art and very legitimate classes, etc., in art therapy. When I was growing up, for me myself, like writing was okay. Typically, guys can't express emotions. That was my outlet for emotions, etc. I've actually still heard the debate whether art therapy is a legitimate form of therapy versus is it still in the experimental stages? Ladies, what are your thoughts on that? I told you I was going to catch you off guard.
So you're saying like how art is like a therapy?
Yeah, even for people, like whether it's people with autism, you just went through something, like let's just say, God forbid, you just lost both your parents in an automobile accident. You're a teenager, and you're trying to find a way to deal with it and cope and everything else. Instead of just going through like a therapist or a counselor, okay, you just start drawing, writing, whatever. You view that art can be used as a legitimate form of therapy for different people in different traumatic situations, or with different types of and I hate to use this term, but disabilities, like say, people born with autism is a way that they can't express themselves normally, is a different way to express themselves.
Yeah.
It builds awareness and things like that, and I think that it's a type of release, especially with art. And I'm talking about like art that you make with your hands, like visual art.
Painting, clay making, things like that.
Yeah, it's a way to get things out for things that words cannot express.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I have learning disability, so that's how when I was a little girl, that's how I kind of cope my struggles from learning, just like writing, math and stuff, because it was very hard for me in school. So that's where I felt that art was therapy for me, and I want to become an art therapist. I'm gonna get my degree in theater class. So I didn't know it was actually a thing until my counselor mentioned it to me, because I didn't know what to do at first, and he said, well, try art therapy. So, and I actually do believe that art really helps people, especially with disability or trauma or anything. I did a research about autism, learning disability, Down syndrome. I did a lot of research, and it does really does a lot of things for the disability, and it does help them cope with their anger or their just issues, and I just feel like it's a very relaxing thing that we can do. So.
Okay, well, thank you, ladies. And by the way, just like everybody else, they did not know the questions I was going to ask ahead of time. You ladies having fun so far?
Yes, it was
Yes.
great.
Good.
This is fun.
So we're going to get into the lead up. Yes, I'm an author and journalist, so I know how to keep you in suspense. Part 2, wait and see. This is going to be a real blast. Thank you so much for your time already, ladies.